We're gonna be talking about a shoe that I invested $5,000 in right after this. Yeah, Mocha'S. That is exactly the shoe that we decided to invest in right before the year ended. It was a crazy time and I cannot believe where it is today. So let me give you a little backstory on how it all started. So the Mocha. This is one of the pairs that I was able to pick up in terms of that bulk buy. I'll give you kind of the breakdown in terms of how I run my bulk buys, how I'm able to make the right calls, or if I think in my head that they're the right calls, and then from there make that decision in terms of if you're gonna invest in a long-term hold or is it gonna be a short-term hold. But let's do a quick unboxing of Air Jordan 1 Mocha'S. Oh my goodness. Shout out to my boy Jumperman Chris because he actually got one of my first pairs when they first released back in November, I believe. And I'm just telling you, the color blocking on this, you know, a lot of people do say it is the poor man Travis, but at the end of the day, if you have a pair of Mocha'S, you're slightly winning because this shoe has been on a tear recently. If you look at the recent trends on StockX, this pair was ranging from about 320 to 370, and right after the new year started, it jumped all the way up to about 430 to 450 today. So, you know, just being able to look at this shoe, you understand why. You have the classic white here with the black on the edge of the toe box. And then you just have this like brown suede-ish material that goes throughout the back end of the shoe. Just the name of the game for Jordans, right? They just go for the simplistic vibes and, you know, really letting your shoe stand out as well as what kind of outfit you put together with it. So, I mean, this shoe generally is gonna go on and keep on rising, but I wanna make, I guess, an educational video on it in case on why I made the decision to invest in this right before the year ended. So now the topic comes up in terms of how do you know when exactly to buy? When is the right time to buy a specific shoe? Especially when you're spending over thousands of dollars on an investment that you don't know if it's gonna go south or if it's gonna go positive. You really just wanna be able to read the trends. So I have two rules. If I'm gonna go ahead and buy bulk, it's either gonna be very early, right before the release, or it's gonna be about 1 to 2 months after the release to see exactly what kind of feedback you get from the general sneakerhead and reseller community, right? So what I do is I really look at StockX. I really see exactly what the trends are. How has it been holding up 1 month after the release of the shoe? So specifically with the Mocha, right? Right after the release of the shoe, it hovered around 300 to 330 to 350. And from there, I was just looking at it, I kept examining, I was like, man, when is the time to buy? Like, why isn't this price dropping? And that was the point when a month and a half after, I was just like, yo, these shoes have the potential to go $500 to $600. Okay, I might sound a little crazy with that prediction, but take a look at it. We're now, what, 2 to 3 months post-release of the Mocha, and all of a sudden now the prices are ranging from 430 to 450 depending on what it is. And at that point I'm just like, man, I literally made this investment a month ago and I'm near about almost 30% of my investment in profits, and I haven't even sold yet. I just think really that this shoe has that potential to be up there in terms of like when and how long it's gonna be out there in the market, especially keeping them in dead stock and just being able to see how the general public and the general sneaker community is taking this shoe. It is not going lightly. So that's exactly why I'm predicting like around $500 to $600 in terms of how it's gonna be in the next maybe 2 to 4 months. And I just think if I can, I'm gonna continue stocking up. The prices are gonna be a lot higher, not the same price that I bought into. But at this point, I really think that if you can get in right now, I don't think you're making an issue if you have no problems with doing long-term holds. This is gonna be a very short video. I just kind of want to give my perspective in terms of why I made that decision to make this bulk buy. I'm here to try my best to help you guys and understand it from a reseller perspective as well as a collector perspective. I do have a pair for myself as a collector, and I really love the shoe. Just like my Jordan 1s, how I rock them aren't my forte. But you know, in general, you just have to appreciate how this shoe looks, how it feels, the kind of material they use at the end of the day. If you guys do agree with me, if you guys disagree, comment down below. Let me know. You guys can give me like this video, shoot me a follow. I appreciate y'all. I thank you for joining on with this journey for me in this YouTube. And I love y'all. And always remember, yo, stay in stock with out of stock kicks. Peace.